Good afternoon and welcome back. I wanted to share this little journal with you which has an autumn and botanical theme to it. The construction of the book is a scholar's ledger which you can learn from Nik the Booksmith. The outside paper is a piece from Graphic 45 that I have had for so many years that I can't even tell you what kit it came with. The designer papers inside with all of the little embellishments that are digitally collaged are from On a Whimsical Adventure. And then it is complemented with some of the wallflower memorandum, and I think French something or the other from Tim Holtz. Anyway, I just had scraps of scrapbook paper that I wanted to utilize. These little inserts are from the Graphics Fairy, and they are tea stain on the back. There are 3 tags that I created in here that I call specimen tags. They're reminiscent to me of the Victorian era slides that they collected and they would look at with microscopes or hand magnifying glasses to discover the world around them. It was very popular at that time, and I have seen antique collections of those, and they always have a little cardboard slide with something with a glass covering. This is just Mylar. This little envelope here is from the Graphics Fairy, and it is actually a CD sleeve, but I just put them back to back and fold it in half so that I get 2 pockets in the book in place of an envelope. These little mushroom cards are from On a Whimsical Adventure, and I'll have the links to all of this below the video if you are interested. And then just some tea stain papers, a little bit of tracing paper, little piece from my leftovers of Tim Holtz. And this is a writer's journal because there's so many blank pages in it just for journaling. Another one of those specimen slides. Basically I like to press flowers and leaves, and that's what's in there. There's a recent ephemera, I think they called it Autumn or Fall Ephemera from Graphics Fairy on the member site, and this is one of the little pockets. It's got kind of a graph paper on the back that you can write on, and then there was some other ephemera that went along with it with the cards, and that's what is tucked inside there. Again, like I said, the blank pages, collage from On a Whimsical Adventure, another one of the mushrooms. This is Wisdom of the Owls collection from On a Whimsical Adventure. I think that's what she calls it. And it's just backed. You can probably see that it shines. It's a little bit of metallic green cardstock that I have had for years, back from the days when I used to scrapbook, which means it's about 20 years old. A little bit of eco print paper. More tracing. Another one of the collages. A lot of pretty pieces in this collection that you can either digitally collage as I've done here, or as I did on the tags, you can cut it out and glue it on. So lots of options with the kit. Another owl, another one of those little pockets from Graphics Fairy with another piece of their little ephemera in it. That's Tim Holtz. I think that's wallflower. Piece of marble paper that I had marbled, and you've seen it before. It was a journal cover in another, I think in a travel kit that I did. And I had this little piece left over, and the colors were perfect for this book. Some more Graphics 45 things. This is a page that misprinted, and so I just turned it into a little bit of writing paper. But that is Whimsical Adventure paper with some of the embellishments on it. So, you know, if you're digitally collaging, there's one, this little section here is another digital element, and that's a digital element just put on the background paper. And if you don't know how to do that, you can learn that if you join the membership area of the Graphics Fairy. There are so many wonderful tutorials, and that's how I learned. This is one of the little mushroom cards, and you can print them out in different sizes. This happens to be a wallet size, and the other size that you had seen earlier was a 3.5 by 5. Another piece of writing paper from the piece that messed up of the page. So, don't waste anything, just reuse it. So this has this piece here that she calls a transfer, and then 3 little different collage elements. Well, no, actually 4. This is one, the little torn paper's one, the leaves, and the flower. So you can just learn to stack that up in layers if you have Photoshop or Photoshop elements. Or any of the, I think PicMonkey is a free software that has layers. So you can learn to do all of that. Here's another one of my little specimen cards that has a little flower petal and a little leaf in it. Another one of the Graphics Fairy recent releases for the pocket. And a little card. See, this is the mushroom one that's 3.5 by 5, and I just cut it down a little bit because this pocket's kind of narrow. Scholar's Ledger's pages are about 4 3/4 inch wide, so you have to make accommodations for that. I created this envelope using my envelope punch board and some of the Whimsical Adventure paper, designer paper, and then I added one of the owls in that metallic paper to the front. And this just has a lot of little things that you could add to this journal. Coin envelopes, this could be a pocket, a little more writing paper. So basically this journal is not super thick, as you could tell when I opened it, because there's room for growth. This is that little die cut from Tim Holtz, and then these are little Tim Holtz cards that fit perfectly inside there, and those come in a package of like 100 cards of, I think 4 different sizes. So there's the back, and we are done. Thank you very much, and you come back and see me again soon. Bye.